So this is several sessions leading up to this. So we have desensitized her a little bit. If you guys ever want to see how we start from scratch, good girl. We have a couple videos on our YouTube grooming playlist that show the process from scratch. But we don't start this, day one. We need the dogs to have a foundation of obedience because, as you can see, I'm using my recall to get her to me, and then she knows to go into it down. And if at any point she picks herself up and walks away, I've got that recall to get her back. Because a lot of people will say, oh, whenever I pull out the clippers or the nail dremel, my dog runs away. And it's like, well, just recall him back. But you can't recall him back unless you've got that foundation. Good girl. So she's nice and relaxed. We've got to show her this procedure doesn't hurt. So I always usually start out with just a gentle massage. We like to do this with the dogs on their side. It's a submissive position, and it also makes it easy to dremel the nail. If they're laying on their belly, a lot of times they like to hide their paws, and you can't really get to the nail. Good girl. I always start with the back paws, because for some reason the back paws are a little bit easier than the front. So I like to start out with the easier position than just going straight for the harder one. Good girl. All right, so I've got my e-collar to disagree with anything I don't like. Good. I'm going to turn on the dremel. This causes some dogs to just whip their head around. In that case, I will just turn off the dremel, say N-O, click the e-collar, and calmly get her back down. Good girl. I always let them know what I'm doing. Let her sniff it. Good girl. So with dogs, you actually have to show them that it's not going to hurt. You can't sit her down beforehand and be like, hey, this doesn't hurt. I need you to be calm. If that were the case, everyone would be dremeling their own dog's nails. You have to know how to show them it doesn't hurt and have a way to correct them for any of the nonsense that they do to try to get the procedure to stop. Good girl. So I'm going to anchor the paw that I'm going to do against the floor and then separate just that nail, and then I'm going to go in with the dremel. Good girl. The praise is really important. Good girl, Ruby. Very good girl. So as you guys can see, I only have two hands. If I had a third hand, I would be holding my e-collar. So if she tries to make any moves that I don't like while I'm dremeling, a lot of times I'll make a shh noise, and then if I need to, I'll put the dremel down and get the e-collar. But Josh has conditioned that shh noise to mean relax. Good. Good girl. Very good, Joe. Almost one paw down. Good girl. That's one paw down. Very good. Let's get the other paw. Push that down. I might flip her over and do the other paws. guys, I flipped her over so I can do the 2 paws against the floor, because for me, it's easier to hold something against the ground rather than up in the air, and it's less like jagged when I'm doing the process. So I always start with the back. Good girl, 1 paw left. Wow, she's so good. See how easy it is when the dog's holding still? Ruby.